So, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into the three things that we learned from our Champions League triumph against Porto in the round of 16, make sure you are like, sub, and sharing the content around and hitting that notification bell down below. So, you do get notified for what seems to be popular videos like this because from what I've seen on my channel analytics, these type of videos have been a hit recently. So, that is good to see. So I'm going to try to get more of these out often for every single game and even some rival games. But yeah, so obviously we are qualified for the round of 16. We're going to be I've qualified for the quarterfinals, should I say, and we are going to be in the hat for the draw on Friday, which I will definitely be watching. Who I want, I don't know because, like I said in my last video that I done for the review, there's no easy game from this point forward because as crap as Barca are at times, they're there. As crap as Bayern at times, they're there. And we know what those two teams have done to us in the past. You know, the likes of Real Madrid, Man City, Paris Saint-Germain as well. But we are going to get to the three things that we learned, and that one thing that aligns perfectly is that there's no easy game in this competition, apart from maybe the group stages, because as we saw yesterday, especially in the first half an hour before we did get that goal, Porto were just able to play their game normally, and that was something that probably was frustrating me because it was the same sequence over and over again. The goalkeeper getting the ball, distributing it to their centre backs, Otavio and Pepe. I think Otavio was a centre back, I can't remember. And it was the same thing over and over. They were getting into our half, completely the opposite of what I thought they would do, but they kept doing it, and I think the goal that Leandro Trossard scored killed the momentum. And yeah, I think at times they were playing us off the park, and if that was any other team that had them counter opportunities, they would have punished us properly. But yeah, you've got to cut that out. Um, Speaking of Leandro Trossard, he is our best player. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying Bukayo Saka is our best player, Declan Rice is our best player, although I think he has been our best player this season. People say Martin Odegaard, which I'm not really a fan of. People say Saliba, which I completely understand, but I don't think he's there yet. But this guy is the most technically gifted player at our club, and in my opinion, the best finisher at the club. This guy, there are times where he wasn't great last night, if I'm being completely honest. But look, he had that moment, he took his chance well, and that's all we could ask for. I think if that was Martinelli, he probably wouldn't have made that run because that run was smart from Leandro Trossard. Mate, obviously Pepe was playing him on side as well, so that played a part. But yeah, he is our best player, and I stand by that rule, and I have stood by that rule for a while. And the third thing that we learned is that David Raya is now becoming a fan favourite. Now, when David Raya came in to replace Aaron Ramsdale, I was saying that David Raya is the best goalkeeper out of the two. And then at the start of the season, he didn't really show it. He was making a few mistakes. People were singing Aaron Ramsdale's name in the crowd. People were also saying Ramsdale to come back. And then whenever he did come back for the two games against Brentford, he had absolutely shaky games. And I think the game where last game against Brentford and then the game last night against Porto proved why Mikel Arteta, and fair play to him, has chosen that as his choice of goalkeepers, which I rate him highly for that because that is a bold decision replacing your goalkeepers. And although I think our best goalkeeper is at Aston Villa in Emiliano Martinez, David Raya is doing alright, and I think he's settling in now properly, and I'm hoping we do get him on the permanent deal from Brentford in the summer. But that is the three things that we learned. Make sure you are liking, subbing, and sharing the content around. That will help this channel a lot. We are 5 subs of 70 subs, so let's get that going as quick as we can. And I'll be back for whatever video I can think of because we don't play a game until the end of March, so it'll be fun to do some content, I guess. See what happens, see what's happening with other teams, transfer news, international news, whatever I'll find. But I will make sure I'll deliver some content. I'll see you lot in a bit.